Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of 2 videos we have for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Hey guys, you know what's great about the internet? Getting the most out of what you love. How do we do that, Alex?
With a VPN, because right now, all of the subscription services you use geo-block you out of a bunch of the stuff on their library. So use a VPN, get access to all of the things you're already paying for.
The best VPN out there. We've done the research. Surfshark. Surfshark. Why are they the best? What things did they allow you to do, Joe?
They let you share with your friends and family.
Be the most popular kid on the block. And with our discount code, you're going to get 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 months for free. And all you got to do is go to surfshark.deals /Angry Joe Show and unlock all the content that you deserve. Not to mention the fact that a VPN will protect you, your identity, and your data. It's important, guys. Yep. Pick it up. And yes, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Check it out.
Gentlemen, ladies, the internet is a terrifying place. It's filled with horrible things and geo-blocking and all sorts of awful things. And that's why you need yourself a VPN. I know what you're doing late at night on the internet, and you need to be safer with how you do those things.
How do you know that?
Well, he tells me these terms, and I got to Google them. And sometimes you don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm here for education.
All right, AJS News. So we are back from Vegas. No, I can't tell you I was in Vegas. So we were already behind. Now we're even more behind, but we'll catch up. And what else? We did the PlayStation Showcase. A lot of new game trailers in that. Go check out our reactions to that in the video. And there was a Warhammer Skulls event, which is all the Warhammer video games, where they announced a Mad Max Orc car game, Speed Freaks. I'm actually kind of excited about that. There's an alpha, actually, that you can play right now. So I want to check that out as soon as we're done recording and try to catch up. I still haven't played Bolt Gun. These guys did. I want to play Bolt Gun. So a lot of game announcements. And it's rightly so, because we're moving into June, which would normally be E3. Ain't got no E3, right? We just got the individual announcements to look forward to. So we'll stay on top of it here. Alex, what has been happening over the past week?
Dead Island 2 has broken 2 million in sales.
Hey, 2 mil.
Yeah, it's now the biggest launch in Deep Silver's history.
Oh, shit.
And it's far surpassed expectations, according to Embracer. Now, this game, had tons of problems. I mean, development problems, switching of...
Restarted like 3-4 times.
Yeah, and so
I've been waiting for it for years.
And for it to do this well is a great thing. It turns out that all you have to do is give people kind of what they want. Maybe don't pull like a Saints Row and completely fuck over the game and try to change what you are. And so, the bare minimum is something that they absolutely hit, and I'm glad that it's successful. And so, people are
could have been better, and a sequel will hopefully be better. They'll take all the feedback that they got. But goddamn, I'll tell you, man, when we were playing motherfucking Redfall, I was like, oh, I want to play Dead Island 2. I'd much rather be playing Dead Island 2. Yes. So it's good to hear that it's their biggest success now. And that studio that eventually got it, which I think is Dambuster, if I'm not mistaken, good on them, because they tried hard, they did a good job, and now they can iterate on it and make it even better in a Dead Island 3.
Yeah, story's not over.
Yeah, and the Embracer also put out some information. We actually got kind of a little bit of a cryptic, like a disappointing announcement. So they said that they had a $2 billion development deal fall through less than 24 hours before it was set to be revealed. So they were looking to make a really big video game company purchase, and they were about to sign the paper, and then less than a day later, someone either got cold feet or something turned around on them.
That's huge. I wonder what studio it was. Yeah. So Embracer was going to buy a developer, and then didn't
turned around. So this is something that all of this stuff was mentioned in Embracer's
somebody leak it. We want to know.
I'm curious now, very, very curious. Other games have come out. Lord of the Rings Gollum is so bad that the studio had to put out an apology letter, actually.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well,
yeah, Daedalic Entertainment has apologized for the state of its new Gollum game. And so a lot of places are like, oh, they promised to fix it. I've read this letter. It's like they're sorry that it's bad. They're sorry that you didn't enjoy it. And they're talking about like some of the performance issues. I'm not thinking that you can't unfuck this game. Like it's bad.
It looks bad.
I haven't played it.
Gameplay is not. I've been watching. No, I've been watching them play it. I don't want to play it.
We have to play it. I'm going to play. I'm going to
You
force
play it,
this
I'll
to play.
watch
No,
you.
no, you're
I'll
playing
watch you play
it.
it.
You're playing it. They want us to review it. Motherfuckers have been saying, like, I think it was
fingers
Skill
hurt.
Up and Moist Critical. It's like, this is the worst game of the year. Motherfuckers, I just put out the game that was the worst game of the year. Let me see. Let me see. You're going to put me through another motherfucking bad game just to make sure which one is the worst game. Is it fucking Redfall or is it fucking Gollum? From the screenshots I've seen, it's probably Gollum.
Gollum
but we'll
said,
see.
"Oh, Joe put
Well-
out his review.
Oh, yeah.
Hold my beer."
Yeah, hold my
Oh, fuck.
Hold my beer.
I gotta do this shit again. All right, well, maybe we'll jump into Gollum if that's what you guys want to
man.
see. Fuck. Goddamn. But here's the thing. At least they put out an apology. I know it means nothing, but to me, it means a small little thing. It's like you acknowledge that you fucked up. Arcane Austin, business as usual. It's like, nah, this is primo quality. We didn't fuck up. Fuck you. No, fuck. That's even more insulting to me. So fuck that game. At least Gollum goes, yeah, it's kind of bad. Sorry.
Yeah. So again, their apology is they're apologizing for the performance. Nothing in this letter says that they're going to make the game.
Well, they wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
They're the company that made it. They can't
Yeah.
like do that. I haven't seen a company do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, our game was shit. We knew it. That might cause some fucking lawsuits.
The issue, there's all sorts of gameplay issues and a bunch of things with it. So if you're gonna play this game, I guess maybe the bugs will be fixed, but the game's still gonna be garbage. They're not gonna fix any of that shit. So,
Yeah.
haha, they stole your money. All right, and the next story. This is actually a real interesting one. Activision Blizzard and PlayOn Games are fined for not disclosing loot boxes. In the EU, PEGI has fined the publishers for omitting loot boxes from rating submissions for Diablo Immortal and Hunt Showdown.
Wow.
Now, Peggy's really throwing the book at them. I mean, you got to realize that Diablo Immortal is a massive money maker. They're just
Yeah.
because people are stupid and they're shitting and they want to be playing Diablo Immortal, and so they didn't talk to let Peggy know about it. So they're hitting them with a really massive fine.
Good.
€5,000.
What?
5,000.
Fuck.
Isn't that like
fuck.
not even? That's not even one player.
That's like a second of Bobby's salary.
I know.
Oh my!
What a
You know what?
fucking
Fuck
joke.
you, Peggy. That clearly is just like, look, we're doing something. We're doing something. We see right through you. You are owned by them, and this is purely symbolic. Like, no, man, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah. So that's like
I'm
one,
all like, all right, let's go.
1/10 of a legendary gem.
You're fucking
is-
corrupt.
Yeah.
You've been infiltrated, and fuck you. You're a piece of shit, and I hate you.
that fine was
Fuck you,
covered
Peggy.
2 seconds later.
Yeah. And
2 seconds,
covered.
and it's
yeah,
covered.
it's covered.
And it's covered again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we keep talking about all this shit, and nothing's happening. Nintendo actually received a class action lawsuit over Mario Kart Tour microtransactions this week. It's like they want all U.S. minors that spent money on the racing titles loot boxes to get refunded. Nintendo refuses to refund people.
That's not
because
gonna happen.
That's not what happens. But this is the parents are coming after them, saying like some kids spent $170 on the mobile game. If a minor makes the purchase and Nintendo just says fuck you.
Yeah.
So this is stuff that doesn't typically go anywhere, but we just kind of mention
Yeah.
it because
And it's gonna stay there
And it's
because
gonna
people
stay
can.
there 'cause
They're gonna
people-
continue buying
Yeah.
that, and there's nothing we can do.
every time you buy a loot box or a microtransaction in a mobile game, it makes the industry worse and makes everything worse.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Nintendo has also decided that Dolphin, which is an emulator that was going to be released on Steam, that was for GameCube and Wii games, you can't do it. They said it's illegal.
Oh.
The Valve Remove Store page's platform holder says the emulator for Wii and GameCube is illegal.
Yeah.
Nintendo does not want you to do that
Because they want all
because
the
they
money.
want you to pay $70 or $60 for the games that came out many, many, many years ago. They're really worried because people were using the Steam Deck is taking off, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo used to have the handheld market, with theirs, and people have been using programs to play Nintendo games on the Steam Deck. I don't know, and completely unrelated. Have you ever tried Yuzu? It's a delicious. Yuzu,
it's
G
good.
Fuel has a Yuzu
Yes.
Slash. Yuzu is great. And tastes great.
Yuzu lemonade.
And then so I usually have some when I'm on my Steam Deck. And so Nintendo doesn't like Dolphin though, and so Dolphin won't be able to play on the Steam Deck, not directly from Steam, but there's you can still find stuff on the internet.
I bet.
Yeah. Nintendo said no, absolutely not. So if you wanted to do any of that, you cannot. In CD Projekt Red news, there was rumors that Sony was looking to buy them. and CD Projekt kind of. They're not doing poorly, but they were doing less good than they have been doing. And there was a bunch of rumors that they were going to get acquired. And the management there just said, absolutely not. We've always said we were going to be independent. We want to remain independent. So this, in theory, could be corporate speak like they always do. They're saying, no, we would never sell until the day that they sell, and then they do. But they say that that's not the case.
Yeah.
They also said that they're not doing so hot. Sales are down.
They ain't got no games out right now.
Yeah, sales are down over 20%. But remember, they were making more money every single year after Witcher 3.
Eventually, it's
going
gonna run out. You got to continue to put out games.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna go like this until their next game release, which is
The DLC.
The DLC.
the DLC.
This was news to them though, because when they released Witcher 3, their money went up, and then next year went up, and then next year went up and up and up and up and up for forever, for a really, really long time. And Cyberpunk came out, and then the revenue went up, and then it started to start, not going up forever like with Witcher.
Yeah.
Witcher 8, in fact, actually they said sold 50 million copies. Witcher 3. Which puts the total franchise up over 75 million total sales, which is absolutely absurd. Like, that is so many. So good on them for when you make a good game, but when the game isn't as good, then
You see the
You're not
results. There you go.
but if you're worried and you've got a bunch of money invested in CD Projekt, they said that they're about to start the major marketing campaign for Phantom Liberty, and based on the previous marketing campaigns, nothing can go wrong. I'm sure that everything that they say in their marketing material this time will be accurate.
Nothing can go wrong.
Because last time that's where
I think they've learned though. I'm gonna assume that they learned, and we'll go and approach it in that way.
call them in the principal's office
Yeah.
again.
We don't want to see them in the principal's office.
All right, more Witcher news. The Witcher, actually, the TV show has been renewed for a 5th season. So if you were worried you were only going to see Liam Hemsworth for 1 season, don't. Because now you get him for 2
That's pretty
seasons.
ballsy of them.
God.
That's very ballsy of them.
It's not ballsy of them. It's one of their most successful shows. And
Yeah, but it's kind of dipping, and then you're gonna follow up.
it hasn't dipped
Henry-
yet because we haven't gotten there yet. So you might be right in dipping in quality and stories. That's definitely coming because Henry's like, peace out. I'm out of here. You're going too far crazy with it. You don't pay any respect to the lore, so. But from a business standpoint, they're like, hey, this is a winner, and we're going to complete this story. And, if whatever the cost is to them, they'll do 2 seasons, film back-to-back, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see what the reception is, right? If they get more than 5. But I'm going to estimate they'll probably end at that 5.
So they wanted 7 originally. And now what they've said is they're going to start filming season 4 pretty soon, and then there's going to be a break, and then they will film season 5. And so we'll just have to see. I actually do. I think
short break,
yeah,
but it's back to back.
I think that they're going to lose their ass on this.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And I think that there are a lot of rumors out that were talking about like some of the directions that they're going, the casting decisions that they're making for the next couple seasons. And,
I think it's going to be a disaster, but I think people are going to watch it because they want to see how big of a disaster it is. Now, season 5, those numbers will probably be shit, but it was already paid for and done with the success of seasons 1 and 2, so they're just kind of completing the arc there so that they can get finished. But that original idea of 7 seasons, I didn't know about, but I don't think they're getting 7 seasons. I don't think Liam is going to get, 4 seasons? Right, so... That would suck because you'd get more seasons than Cavill, but whatever.
There's also rumors that Dolph Lundgren mentioned that he's shooting scenes for Witcher.
Oh, I saw that.
And so there's speculation if
that'd be
he's
cool
going
if
to
he
be
was a Witcher or is he a villain?
Rumors spin-off about the Rats, the gang of teenage criminals series joins during the novels.
Spin-off.
What?
Let's just
Yeah,
focus
that's
on
coming.
One thing.
I mean, it's fucking Netflix, Joe. They spun off already with a Witcher that was fucking terrible, I heard. The fucking, what is that? Blood something or the other?
Bloodline? I don't remember. It was that bad. I
They're
totally
do
forgot about it.
They didn't learn their lesson.
How many times
Netflix
you
just
teach you, old
burns
man?
money. They burn money.
Yeah. So it's not looking great.
I'm not going to watch that shit either. What, Rats? I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. So I don't think you should hate watch season 4. I think we will watch it here as a show because we have to.
Yeah,
But
watch our videos so that you don't actually have to.
Yeah.
You can force us to, and then you're good, and we'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
Whether it's worth
Nothing
watching
happens.
or not. Look, we are critics here, and we're reviewers. We're not going to fucking shit on it just because there's a change from Liam to Henry. If Liam ends up doing a massively good job, and they stick close to the books, right, none of this is happening. I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Yennefer tried to sell Siri to a witch. It's like not a single fucking person working on that show other than Henry read the books or cares. So that show can fuck off. Don't watch it.
Well, Yennefer was like, I'm sad that Henry's leaving. She's like the only one that's being vocal about it.
Yeah, she should be sad.
I would be sad too.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because she gets to
hang out with
smooze
him?
up on Henry. Now she has to smooze up on fucking Liam. She's like, oh, man. The other brother, shit. Not even Chris. I miss Henry.
We need to stop hate watching things.
No, the audience needs to stop hate watching.
Stop hate watching things because you motherfuckers who hate watched Velma.
Yes,
The reason
they had the
that's getting-
numbers.
That's getting another season, and this is probably.
I feel like the HBO just did that just to fuck people over. We got extra money. Let's do another season of some Velma.
HBO's broke. They're canceling everything.
You're right. So then how the fuck did that happen?
Hate
you
watchers.
really think it's hate watchers?
Look at these numbers.
Well,
The
here's the
numbers were
thing.
good.
It's surprisingly like Gotham Knights has a fucking audience. That was one that I was like, this is failing no matter what. It's a Batman is dead. All these fucking stupid ass teenagers that nobody
CW.
cares about without fucking. And it got an audience. I'm like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. So Velma probably has a fucking audience. I just don't want to live on the planet anymore.
Not to, but
I don't know, but you can come here and we'll tell you all about Rings of Power 2, Season 2, and Witcher Season 3, and all the other things where source material is ignored.
3 and 4.
Yeah. So, okay, that's what I got. You had some things, right?
Yes, big one. Former DICE developer says that Battlefield 2042 had a hard deadline and never stood much of a chance at being great at launch. So basically confirmation of what we were telling you years ago, that it's like, EA don't give a fuck. And it's like, you're going to release it on this day. And they're like, hey, man, we need some more time. Because there was... Corey, you said as well. There was back and forth on
They changed,
what the vision.
They changed the scope
game
over
was
and over,
gonna
and they didn't change the release date. And so, anytime that you do that and you lose a year because you change the scope, your game's going to come out a giant flaming pile of shit. And that is exactly what happened.
Game had so many iterations. The deadline was never changed, so never stood much of a chance of being great at launch, said Bodine on Twitter, appending a picture of the game's Metascore of 68. I'm proud, though, to have pushed hard to have this game have full crossplay, progression, and commerce. Its online systems will serve future titles well.
Yeah, they work really hard on that scoreboard.
Yeah.
So the next Battlefield will actually
I
have
don't know
scoreboard.
about that, buddy. Anyways, we're already in pre-production on the new Battlefield experience coming out of DICE, Ripple Effect, and Ridgeline Studios. As a global team now across multiple studios, we are out to unlock the full potential of this franchise as one of the best first-person shooters around. This now global effort will allow us to work on these new experiences while continuing to have a team dedicated to the future of Battlefield 2042. No, you can fuck right off. I don't want a future for Battlefield 2042, but I do like, okay, well, these guys fucked it up. Now we're going to have multiple studios on the next one to ensure that one person's not fucking it up, that 4 people are fucking it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dying franchise. 5 was.
Stop it. It better not be.
I mean, 5, like, which one was good on release?
Yeah, it's
when was the
dying.
last one that was good on release?
I just need them to go back to their fucking roots.
Yeah.
Go back to your roots. What do we have to fucking do to get it through your fucking head? Battlefield 2042 will continue.
It's a hard game to monetize properly without having the bullshit hero shooter things that they kind of wanted to do, and so I think that them.
Y'all remember when a dev said that they were 6 months ahead of schedule? That actually happened.
They said it's 6 months ahead of schedule?
Yeah, before it released. A lot of people forget that. So that guy was a fucking failure, and he didn't know what he was talking about. Just straight up lying.
Just lying. Yeah. I just the shooter games are really, really hard to monetize, and Battlefield's going to be really difficult.
I don't know, man. Wouldn't I think that a lot of people would argue with you there.
That you can monetize a shooter like Battlefield?
Oh yeah, Call of Duty does it all the fucking time. They make a lot of money on those games.
Yeah. I mean, the skin packs, but
that's not why they failed. They failed because they were trying to do these wacky things. They were trying to emulate hero shooters, emulate Call of Duty. They were doing everything but pleasing their core fucking base on what Battlefield is supposed to be.
But I think switching to the hero shooter model was them trying to find new ways to monetize the game.
Okay,
so like that's why they wanted to change who they were, because they wanted to overly monetize the game and sell packs and garbagey shit. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
it didn't work, so they got to go back. They got to go back.
I hope so. Or just fucking fire everyone.
I have hope.
Just close DICE down. Tell them.
Just give me a Bad Company. Just do that announcement of Bad Company 3, and you can turn things around. Come on. Let's see. We'll see. All right, so that was that one, and then I got one more for you. Where is it? Do I have one more for you? Yes, I do. The sci-fi RTS gameplay trailer for one game I've been waiting for forever. It's been at the top of my most anticipated list, which, by the way, I was not able to produce that this year because I was doing top 30. It got out of control, and then other things started to happen. But it was towards the top of the list, called Falling Frontier. It's got a latest gameplay video that's showcasing its reworked and very cinematic combat systems. So I just love space battles, and especially RTS space battles. This game is so cool. It has like decks ripping off, and you can see inside them. It's very tactical. It's very cool. So stay tuned for Falling Frontier, which is looking better and better. It's surprising because it's a very small team, and it wasn't very cinematic. And then I guess he heard the feedback, so he's like, all right, fuck it. My gameplay's awesome. Now I'm going to make it cinematic. So far, things are looking well for Falling Frontier. And that's going to be said that doesn't have a release date yet, but it is expected in early access sometime this year. So I'd estimate towards the end of the year early access. Because it's a smaller team, I don't mind the early access.
No, I don't mind early access. I just don't. The whole phrase early access has been.
I hate it.
Ruined because it used to be early access for a couple months, and then like the game is released, and now it's like, hey, we've been in early access for 2 years. It's like that's
pretty much the standard now for early access. Is it comes out early access, 2 years later it'll release.
It's like,
I hate it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. Well. Make sure you guys check out Surfshark VPN. Remember, you can share it with unlimited friends and family. I know you've got those people, and they're also doing things on the internet they need to be protected from.
Everyone.
Yeah. So check out the next video. This is only video 1 of 2, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.